Coming up on First at 4, first responders are stepping into a unique role as the region recovers from the recent snow and prepares for more later this week. And blessing boxes are intended to help folks in need, but with winter weather systems like the one earlier this week, the number of people who are in need is becoming more evident.
Plus, another round of snow is looming. Those details coming up as Mountain News First at 4 starts now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, temperatures plunged below zero in some places this morning, and now we're getting ready for the next round of snow. Meteorologist Cameron Aaron joins us now with more on what to expect as our First Alert Weather Day continues.
Yes, Steve, we had many areas wake up this morning below zero. Those wind chills as low as 15 below zero this morning. Take a look at these low temperatures across the mountains. So I don't think the Monticello number is correct, but notice down to -4, the low temperature for London, also Somerset, a low temperature of -8 in Middlesboro, also Wise, and a low of 2 this morning over in Jackson. So we were very, very cold. Now, right now we have some sunshine across the region, and be sure to enjoy that because we are tracking that next weather system as we go into tomorrow, also on Friday. Current temperature over in Wise up to 19 degrees. Up to 27 for Somerset, also Manchester, 23 in Jackson, 25 over in Pikeville, also Prestonsburg at this hour. On the radar, we are tracking high pressure, so we are dry under some sunshine. But again, that next weather system is on the way, so we do have a winter weather advisory in place through 7 a.m. on Saturday. For most of us, that will last through 7 p.m. on Friday for those northeast Tennessee counties. A winter storm watch in place for Logan County, West Virginia. But again, for most of us, we have a winter weather advisory in place, so we do have that first alert weather day in place also as we go into your Thursday and Friday as that next round of snow is on the way, and then some more bitterly cold weather for the weekend, possibly more lows below zero as we go into this weekend. And more details on that snow plus the first call for snowfall coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, staying busy in the Weather Center. Thank you, Cameron. For several days now, we have shared the various roles first responders play when it comes to winter weather. One key area where they serve, transportation. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox has more about how first responders are helping both out-of-state travelers and locals get where they need to go.
The snow and ice has not kept first responders from serving their community members, specifically when it comes to transportation. The London Laurel Rescue Squad is included in that. Nathan Kirby with the rescue squad says they have been busier than usual, but not necessarily on county roads.
Especially with calls on the interstate. People that are local driving around can sometimes make a choice to wait an extra day or two to go to the grocery store or whatever it is they need to do. But travelers from out of state that pass through the area have already had trips planned or may not be aware of local road conditions.
Kirby also says they are transporting hospital employees as well as dialysis patients to and from the St. Joseph's Hospital, which is behind me. I will have more on that at 6. In London, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Chandler, thank you. Kirby says emergency calls have not been overwhelming for the rescue squad so far. He says to call 606-877-1108 to schedule a pickup for hospital transport. Heating demand is also a concern as the frigid temperatures remain in the forecast through the weekend. The Tennessee Valley Authority has issued a call to conserve power. Now, while that has not happened here in Kentucky, Joe Arnold with Kentucky Electric Cooperative says it's always a good idea to use less energy in the house.
During the summer, if you have your thermostat set on, like, let's say 68 degrees and it's 90 degrees outside, it's a 22-degree differential you have to make up by your heating and air system. When it's 0 degrees, that's 68 degrees. That's 3 times as much energy that's going to take to be able to make that happen.
Arnold suggests keeping your home between 65 and 68 degrees if you can stand it, and letting sunlight in during the day. If that's too cold, try bundling up or conserving energy in other ways. Staying safe and warm is a focus for most people right now, but not everyone is blessed with the same accommodations. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more about the efforts to meet needs in Pike County.
Keeping blessing boxes like this full is becoming a full-time job for organizations in Pike County as the winter weather continues to reveal more neighbors in need. From canned foods to toiletries, blessing boxes can provide people with needed items anonymously and at all hours. But the few scattered boxes in places like the city of Pikeville are being emptied as quickly as they are filled. As the cold lingers in the area, organizations like the East Kentucky Dream Center are asking for the public's help to keep people warm, inviting them to donate items like blankets, winter accessories, socks, and hand warmers to address the immediate need.
Believe it or not, there's still people sleeping outside in this weather. I don't know how, but they're surviving. The homeless shelter's full. Thanks to the city of Pikeville and the county, they've opened some warming centers, but that's always not enough.
Dotson says just yesterday they had to refill this box several times, and by this morning it was already empty, showing that the need is more than obvious. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Buddy, thank you. The Dream Center is located at 453 Hambly Boulevard and is one of just a few remaining Blessing Box locations in downtown Pikeville. We'll hear more about that and where to find some more blessings coming up at 6. Now remember, you can stay weather aware with the WYMT First Alert weather app. It's going to come in very handy as this next round of snow begins to move in tomorrow. It is also a way to get the latest radar and weather alerts. Even if your power goes out, just scan this QR code or search for it in your app store to download. Coming up on First at 4 with Iowa behind them, the Republican presidential candidates are looking to New Hampshire, where Donald Trump's lead could get slimmer.
Plus, the first call for snow coming up after this break.